Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates and lays foundation stone on multiple projects worth 1,800 crore rupees in Varanasi. NDA presidential candidate Draupadi Murmu visits Assam and Mizoram today for election campaign. Centre releases 324 crore for 40 lakh rupees as advance share of SDRF to flood-hit Assam. Manipur Chief Minister attends Van Mahotsav celebration, takes part in mass plantation drive. And India defeats Sri Lanka by 39 runs in final women's ODI Seals series by 3-0. A very good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Anupa bringing to you the stories in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said the aim behind the national education policy is to bring education out of the limits of narrow thought process and to integrate it with modern ideas of the 21st century. Addressing the Akhil Bharatiya Shiksha Samagam in Varanasi, Prime Minister Modi said India is making forays in sectors which were thought to be inaccessible a few years back. He said India is among the top economies in the world and it has the third largest startup ecosystem today. He further said Akhil Bharatiya Shiksha Samagam provides a platform to discuss NEP 2020 in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also inaugurated the Akshaya Patra midday meal kitchen in Varanasi a short while ago. The automatic kitchen will cater around 150 government schools and has the capacity of cooking midday meals for around 1 lakh students. The Prime Minister inspected the mega kitchen and interacted with the students.
मुक्ति का एकमात्र मार्ग ज्ञान को, विद्या को ही माना गया है और इसलिए शिक्षा और शोध का, विद्या और बोध का इतना बड़ा मंथन जब सर्व विद्या के प्रमुख केंद्र काशी में होगा तो इससे निकलने वाला अमृत अवश्य देश को नई दिशा देगा। मैं इस अवसर पर महामना मालवीय जी के चरणों में नमन करते हुए इस आयोजन के लिए आप सभी को शुभकामनाएं देता हूं। मैं काशी का सांसद हूं। मेरी काशी में आप पधारे हैं तो एक प्रकार से मैं होस्ट भी हूं। आप इन सब के साथ साथ मेरे भी मेहमान हैं।
Further, Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated and laid foundation stone of multiple projects worth 1,800 crore rupees in Varanasi. These projects included those relating to urban development, redevelopment of Namo Ghat, heritage of Kasi and much more. The projects whose foundation stone was laid include several projects aimed at boosting ease of living. Speaking on the occasion, the Prime Minister said these projects will give momentum to the city's development journey. He said Kashi is an example to the whole country that new age development can take place while preserving our heritage.
का आधुनिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर गतिशीलता को बढ़ा रहा है। शिक्षा, कौशल, पर्यावरण, स्वच्छता, व्यापार के लिए जब प्रोत्साहन मिलता है, नए संस्थान बनते हैं, आस्था और आध्यात्म से जुड़े पवित्र स्थानों की दिव्यता को आधुनिक भव्यता से जोड़ा जाता है, तब विकास प्रगतिशील होता है। जब गरीबों को घर, बिजली, पानी, गैस, टॉयलेट जैसी सुविधाएं मिलती हैं, नाविकों, बुनकरों, हस्तशिल्पियों, रेहड़ी पटरी वालों से लेकर बेघरों तक सभी को लाभ मिलता है, तब विकास संवेदनशील होता है।
NDA presidential nominee Draupadi Murmu arrived in Aizawl, Mizoram today to seek support for the July 18th poll. Murmu was accompanied by Union Minister for Ports, Shipping and Waterways Sarbananda Sonowal, Union Ministers of Social Justice and Empowerment Pratima Bhaumik, BJP National Spokesperson Sambit Patra and Assam Minister Ashok Singhal were also there. During her maiden visit, the presidential candidate held a meeting with BJP MLAs of the ruling MNF and BJP Mizoram Pradesh officials. Meanwhile, NDA presidential candidate Draupadi Murmu arrived in Guwahati, Assam today a short while back. Murmu is on a visit to Northeast as part of her election campaign. Accompanied by Union Minister Sarbananda Sonowal, she is currently holding a meeting at hotel in Guwahati with Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma, State Ministers, MLAs of BJP, AGP, UPPL and BPF along with other leaders of the party. Earlier, she was accorded a warm welcome with traditional song and dance. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar today met his Chinese counterpart Wang Yi in Bali, Indonesia on the sidelines of the G20 Foreign Ministers meeting. During the meeting with Wang Yi, the External Affairs Minister called for an early resolution of all the outstanding issues along with the actual line of control in eastern Ladakh. Recalling that disengagement achieved in some friction areas, Dr. Jaishankar reiterated the need to sustain the momentum to complete disengagement from all remaining areas to restore peace and tranquility in the border areas. He also said India-China relationship is best served by observing the three mutual respect, mutual sensitivity and mutual interest. Assam Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma today thanked Prime Minister Narendra Modi for the release of Rs 324 crore 40 lakh as advance share of State Disaster Response Fund SDRF. The Chief Minister said this amount will help combat the current floods and also in making provisions for flood victims. Meanwhile, as per the latest reports of Assam State Disaster Management Authority, more than 9,68,000 people from 837 villages in 20 districts of Assam are affected. Also, agricultural land of 19,589 hectares is still submerged in water. The death toll in the state is 186 since 6th April. Ending the years-long struggle of the employees and workers of Hindustan Paper Mills in the state, Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma today formally distributed the relief packages worth 810 crore rupees at a function held in Srimanta Shonkardev Kalakshetra, Guwahati. The initiative is to benefit 2,751 employees and workers of both the liquidated Nagaon and Kachar mills. Besides financial assistance to the families, Assam government also gave appointment to 66 employees of the mills under various departments of the state in the first phase. It is committed to employ 84 such people in total. While gracing the occasion, the Chief Minister also announced to create a trust with an amount of Rs 25 crore to help these employees and workers during their various personal needs. On the occasion, most of the cabinet ministers of the state were present.
Sonowal Sarkarer dinot সেই সিদ্ধান্ত নহলে আমাৰ বহু লৰা ছোৱালী সেই কোৱাটাৰ বিলাকৰ পৰা ওলাই আহিব লাগিলহেঁতেন আৰু এটা বিক্ষিপ্ত জীৱন যাপন কৰিব লাগিলহেঁতেন। গতিকে আজি সেই মুহূৰ্তত তাৰ উপৰি যোৱা চৰকাৰৰ দিনত আমি অসমৰ বিশেষকৈ দুইটা পেপাৰ মিলৰ কৰ্মচাৰী সকলৰ ছাত্ৰ ছাত্ৰী সকলক সন্তান সকলক পঢ়িবৰ কাৰণেও আমি বিভিন্ন সময়ত প্ৰেৰণা যোগাবৰ বাবে বৃত্তি দিয়া আদি কাম আমি চলাই আছিল। নিৰন্তৰভাৱে প্ৰচেষ্টা চলিছিলে ইয়াক সমাধান কৰাৰ বাবে আৰু হয়তো কিছু সাহসী
Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh today attended the 73rd Van Mahotsav celebration in Nong Mai Chang Reserve Forest, where a mass tree plantation drive was also carried out. He informed that 45 lakh trees have been planted in the state so far, in line with the announcement made on the World Environment Day to plant 75 lakh trees by August this year. The Chief Minister said this is a very encouraging step as the nation is observing 75th year of independence as Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. He further informed that they have started arming the forest personnel to protect the forest areas more stringently, and 49 personnel have completed their armed training yesterday. In a good news for Meghalaya, the Travel and Tourism Fair Hyderabad 2022 awarded Meghalaya Tourism as the most promising new destination title. The Travel and Tourism Fair was held on the 5th and 6th of July. In a tweet, Chief Minister Conrad Sangma expressed happiness over this achievement of the state. In women's cricket, India defeated Sri Lanka by 39 runs in the third and final women's ODI today in Pallekele. The visitors scored 255 runs with the loss of 9 wickets in the stipulated 50 overs. Harmanpreet Kaur 75, Pooja Vastrakar 56 not out and Shefali Verma 49 are the top scorers for India. In response, hosts were bowled out, scoring 216 runs in 47.3 overs. Earlier, Sri Lanka won the toss and elected to field. The Indian team won the ODI series by 3-0. The visitors had bagged the preceding T21 series 2-0. In Manipur, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh deliberated on the proposal to develop the heritage site at Makhel village in Senapati on Wednesday. The Makhel village is considered to have a strong significance to the Ahom, Meitei and Naga community. The Chief Minister said this place will be one of the key tourist destinations in Senapati district. In Meghalaya, Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council Chief Executive Member Titsostawil Kain had reintroduced the much-anticipated Khasi Hills Autonomous District Bill 2022 on the first day of the Council summer session on Wednesday. Presenting the report of the Executive Committee on the bill, Kain said the bill was first passed during the session held in November 2018 and then forwarded to the Governor for his absence. It was later returned for reconsideration along with the message. The Council then constituted an advisory committee on law and traditional affairs to re-examine the bill. The KHADC CEM further said the Executive Committee, after going through the report of the advisory committee, decided that the KHADC Bill 2018 should be recalled and replaced by a fresh bill with some modifications as advised. In Nagaland, Tuluni Festival was celebrated in Tichimpapi village. Gracing the festival, the Chief Advisor of Tourism, Art and Culture, H. Keovi Yopothomi, expressed his gratitude to the villagers after inviting him to be the chief guest known as Tuluni Papu. While appreciating the village elders for nurturing and instilling the traditional cultural values to the village youths, Keovi said every village elder should continue to preserve and practice their age-old cultural values and also pass it on to the next generation. Yoputhomi also appreciated the Tichipami villagers for maintaining traditional jail in the village. He said because of such rules and strictness in the village, people here were well disciplined and well mannered. To end the news, main points once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates and lays foundation stone of multiple projects worth 1,800 crore rupees in Varanasi. NDA presidential candidate Draupadi Murmu visits Assam and Mizoram today for election campaign. Centre releases 324 crore 40 lakh rupees as advance share of SDRF to flood-hit Assam. Manipur Chief Minister attends Van Mahotsav celebration, takes part in mass plantation drive. And India defeats Sri Lanka by 39 runs in final women's ODI, sealed series by 3-0. That brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.